tonight's meeting to order. It's March 3rd, 2021, 7 o'clock. If I can have everybody stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, on to approval of tonight's agenda. Everybody had a chance to review. Is there any amendments, changes, questions?
I'll make a motion to approve the agenda.
I have a motion by Pat to approve,
Second.
second by Dan. Any further discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? All right. On to public forum. Do we have anybody from the public in the gallery? We do not, so we'll go ahead and move on to tonight's consent agenda. Anybody have any questions on the consent agenda?
Make a motion to approve the consent agenda.
I have a motion to approve by Dan.
I second that motion.
Second by Jan. Any further discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? All right, motion carries. On to 2018 street improvement project. So this would be the final pay request.
Correct.
Ken, you are up.
Thank you. Yeah, it's the final pay request for the 2018 project. As requested by the council, I did contact the contractor after the last meeting, and they did agree to be assessed $6,000 in liquidated damages for the delays in that project. And that is reflected as a deduct on the final payment. So the final amount due to the contractor for that project is $94,358.95. Overall, that project did come in significantly under the original contract amount, and a lot of that was due to not encountering contaminated soils and groundwater. So we were able to change pipe materials and things like that to save on the overall cost that way. Any questions?
Any questions? All right.
Good job in negotiating.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right, with that being said, then I'll go ahead and make the motion to approve the final pay request for the 2018 street improvement project. Do I have a second?
Second that motion.
I have a second by Jan. Any further discussion? All in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? All right. On to 2021 street improvement project update.
Yeah, just a handful of updates, I guess, for the council's information. We did send out letters to all the property owners on the project a week or two ago requesting that they sign a temporary easement so that we can do grading in their yards and match up their driveways to the new roads, stuff like that. So those are trickling in. We're also planning to request permanent easements from 11 properties. Some of those are on the corners where the right-of-ways are really narrow and they meet up, and we need some room to kind of turn the corner with the street, with the curb there. And some of those are for storm sewer and inlets and yards, stuff like that. So that will be in process shortly. Planning to sit down with Zach in the near future here and go through the plans and specifications for the project, make sure everything is the way we want to see it. Also planning to visit with property owners to make sure, on an as-needed basis, not necessarily visiting everybody one-on-one, yes, still, but where there's significant changes in the road, or if people have contacted City Hall with concerns, we'll reach out to those folks and visit with them.
Sorry.
Okay.
Doing his whole thing.
And then also, we've talked briefly in the past about the potential for encountering contaminated soil and groundwater on this job, particularly on the corner where that recreation engineering building is, corner of Brooks and Stearns. And we did get some soil borings done. We've got results back on that, and we do have an issue there that we will need to handle as part of the project. It's at a high enough.
The only spot?
What's that?
That's about the only spot that's contaminated?
That's the only spot where they found it in the soil borings, yes.
Yeah.
So we basically, if you could imagine the project area and maybe, the number 5 on the side of a die, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, in an X shape through the project. So we kind of hit the intersections that way. So we're over on Bell and Brooks, and then in the middle and so on. The one on Brooks, the south end of Brooks, is the only one they found it. So we're gonna have to make some assumptions on how far that contamination has migrated and bid that stuff accordingly. The good news is a lot of that cost should be reimbursable after the fact, after the construction is all done. We can apply to Minnesota Petro Fund and get reimbursed for some of that cost. So,
Was there a gas station there at one time?
yeah, NPCA maintains an inventory of known leak sites, they call them, former underground storage tanks. That's one of them, yeah. So we'll be dealing with that. We also have a couple resolutions to be approved tonight for PFA funding. Find those here. Let's see, which order are they in? Clean Water Revolving Fund. Okay, there we go. Okay, so the Clean Water Revolving Fund, Resolution 2021-03 is to apply for a loan from the PFA Clean Water Revolving Fund in the amount of $1,142,100, or the as-bid cost of the project. And the next resolution is for the Drinking Water Revolving Fund, and that is for $1,003,800. And the same thing, that's for applying for loans from the Drinking Water Revolving Fund. And both of these resolutions are just kind of a step in the process of applying for the loans. It doesn't commit the city to moving forward with anything if there's something, in the future that would raise a red flag for you or something like that.
So much for grants out there for this project, or?
We won't know about grants until we apply for the loan. And the city has gotten, principal forgiveness grants on the last 2 projects, the Highway 22 and the 2018 around City Hall here. On the Drinking Water Revolving Fund, I forget the exact numbers, but I believe there were 700,000, 800,000 in that neighborhood for both of the last 2. So I would expect you would rank highly in the grant eligibility category still for drinking water.
And we got one more on here.
Yes. Third resolution, 2021-05, is to approve plans and specifications and order advertisement for bids. So this would be the next step, obviously, in putting the project out for bid. We advertise it for 3 weeks. Bid opening would be April 14th at 2 p.m. And then we would consider award at a special council meeting on April 21st. This is the schedule we've got laid out here.
All right. Anything else, sir, Ken?
I believe that is it.
All right. Anybody have any questions for Kent? Pretty standard.
And these all be motioned at the same time, we gotta do one for each of them.
I would, just because they're got individual numbers.
Make motion to approve resolution 2021-3.
All right, I have a resolution, or I have a motion to approve. I'll go ahead and second. Any further discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Okay.
I'll make a motion to approve resolution 2021-4.
All right, I have a motion by Dan to approve.
Second motion.
I have a motion, second by Jan. Any further discussion? All in favor, say aye. Aye. Any opposed? All right.
Make a motion to to accept resolution 2021-5.
All right, I have a motion to approve by Gian. I'll go ahead and second. Any further discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? All right. There you go.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, on to boards and commission reports.
An EDA meeting was held, and they had put forward on the housing grant that's going through UCAP, who's applying is asking for some matching dollars to be used for the grant application. And the EDA did approve this, however, in looking at their bylaws, realized that a quorum isn't your standard quorum of 4 out of 7. It actually is listed as 5 out of 7. So there was only 4 in attendance. So they asked if I would bring it forward to the council because the application is going in probably Friday morning, so they can't wait until the April EDA meeting. Would you agree to, we're really agreeing to loan the EDA the $30,000, and it's up to $30,000, and then until the April meeting, when they can approve it out of the budget that they already have. Sort of a, but there needs to be a actual motion that you're okay with, this $30,000 being used as matching dollars.
All right, any questions? Mark? Then, I will go ahead and make a motion to approve the matching funds request from the EDA for up to $30,000 so that we can continue to move forward with the grant application for UCAP.
I'll second that.
A second by Dan. Any further discussion? All in favor, say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Okay. On to the bills. Any questions on the bills?
I don't recall seeing a Teal one in there, so, is there?
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
I'll make a motion to pay the bills except for Teal and Machine.
I have a motion to approve. I'll accept Teal and Machine.
I'll second that.
I have a second by Pat. Any further discussion? All in favor, say aye. Aye. Then I will go ahead and make a motion to approve paying Thiel and Machine.
I second the motion.
All right, I have a second by Jan. Any further discussion? All in favor, say aye. Aye.
Abstain?
And Dan will abstain. Okay. All right, on to departments. So Cindy, financial report.
You should have a February financial report before you. And that is through February 28th of 2021, that's your cash and investment balances to help you balance. The audit is pleased with that, with the balance you have of $2,903,406.
Excellent.
Yeah.
All right.
The taxes, you know, there was a lot of discussion that taxes wouldn't be paid, or there'd be really a reduction in the taxes, and we just haven't seen that at this point, so, doesn't mean it won't happen future, but, so.
I thought I remember seeing somewhere that tax receipts at the state level is actually projecting a surplus for the next biennium, so that's good.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
All right.
And, there was a Valley Days meeting, so if you don't have any questions on the financial, I'll move to that. I attended the Valley Days meeting, and they asked about the project, and I said it's going forward, and they gave me and then proceeded to, come up with a plan for a new route that you have before you, and the applications will have to be made to, the state MnDOT for Highway 22 portion of it, and then, obviously the council needs to approve any closure of roads as well. And where it appears to be on this map is starting at the church, St. Paul Lutheran Church, and ending at the elementary school. starting in one location and ending at another, which any of them that attend county fairs and state fair, all do this anyways, but, so. Really, it just needs your stamp of approval on their proposal. They went through many different options while I was sitting there, and we're mapping it out and drawing it out, and, you know, crossing this way, and then what about this, and, and we did talk about that on Stearns. There may be, in the map I gave them of the project, is there may be at each one of those roads, Bell and Brook, and that Stearns could be dug up and they'll be walking across dirt. Or if it rains the night before, mud, or, you know, we don't know what kind of condition that road will be in, so.
Okay.
Can only do what we can do.
Yeah, I like it, you know. I'm glad they were able to figure something out. Council? Any other
Good.
questions? Yeah.
Good question.
Yeah.
So looking at this map, how are we supposed to get, we usually shut everything down an hour before the parade time. So I'm curious where everybody's gonna park, cause they're not coming downtown. Oh, this route.
What's the
Are we gonna do,
difference?
are we gonna do parking somewhere in busing or? Cause usually we shut that parade route, even though the parade route now is coming through a whole bunch of our parking area,
But you're gaining a bunch of parking area for the parade route where it used to go.
Yeah, cause now like,
If you can get there.
It's all on that side. Majority of people come from the north. I do know we got people.
You're
that come from the south.
you're coming from St. Paul's up,
Yeah,
I mean, so you talking about all the side streets there?
well, you got State Street up to the corner bar.
Right.
You got hopefully the church parking lot.
Can't park on Church North after Stearns because it's too narrow.
Well, hopefully we have the church parking lot.
That's gonna probably be a detour route, right? I'm guessing that we'll use that as one of our, no, we can't use that. as a
Can't even
detour.
use that for a
Come down
detour route.
Stearns. When's the next meeting gonna be? Why wasn't I notified of this meeting, just out of curiosity?
I'm not on the Valdez committee.
I'll talk to him, we'll talk, I see a couple potential maybe issues here. As long as we can figure out the parking problem, that's,
They talked about parking, they talked about the detour with the semis. That worked last time, we'll just need to have,
we can detour in
People there,
55, we can detour
on
55.
there, and Zach's gonna be at the next meeting, so we can talk about how they're gonna be able to close that, let the parade through, close the parade, let the semis through, or whoever that 22 detour is that needs to go through during that time.
Make sure I get notice on the next meeting, would be good.
I mean, we got some time, I mean, it's not until June 20, you know.
Right.
Application for this
Yeah.
has to happen, I mean, this is the time that they're putting forward their applications to the state. but-
Just to address Ernie's concerns, we got a little bit of time to work through a few minutia details. you know.
I'll talk to Zach too, we can talk about some stuff.
Yeah. And they talked a lot about parking, and people just have to park in a different spot.
You're just gonna have to walk a little farther, that's
Yeah,
all.
Yeah,
They'll be parking all the way past me
You know, and
this year.
and it's just for this year too, so.
I know, I get it, I just,
yeah.
After
we'll
this,
make it work, I'm just thinking we got some exterior parking areas, we talked about busing and some of that, maybe we could, you know, you worry about some of the people with the handicap, you know, which is sometimes an issue, we have to talk about some of that, but we got time, we'll get it worked out.
all right, is that it, Cindy?
I think I just need council's approval of this, and pending all of the other things.
I think we're all in agreement.
You need a motion to do that?
No,
Just-
No.
yeah.
No, okay.
Just
I'm good.
as long as, just as long as going forward that Ernie's got, kinda knows what's going on.
And I will let them know that I don't send out those agendas, that they can include who they need, so,
Yeah, they know how to get ahold of Ernie.
absolutely.
Same ones before, right?
Yeah, it's Lindsay, Jen,
Okay, I'll let
Anybody got anything for Cindy then?
Oh, that's changed now, so.
How's the new clerk working out? Fine?
Yeah, she's getting there, yeah. Yeah, I missed our old one through the audit, but she, is out on Facebook having way too much fun, so, all I could do is, but Sarah's doing well. Good. Yeah, she's adapting well.
All right. Anything else for Cindy? All right. Ernie, you're up.
One thing I got, you got the monthly report, and then we did have somebody that wanted to do a tribute to a tow truck driver that got killed. I think it's in Florida. I thought it was somebody local, but it's not. So they're talking about having like 80 tow trucks coming through here, one time doing a tribute with horns and all that, but I just talked to them tonight. I directed them to, MnDOT for their permit, cause they're gonna need a permit to come down the state highway. So they just figured that out today, so they're gonna get back to me. It was supposed to be Friday, but that date's changed obviously till they get a permit with 80 trucks coming through a state highway in the city, so. I'll keep you posted, I know some. I mean, I guess they're doing a tribute for one of the guys that got killed, so. I mean,
Yeah, I
I'm,
had given them the state information when he called, so.
yeah, and they called and figured
I
out,
told them it isn't gonna happen in a day.
they gotta have some permits and,
Yeah.
yeah, that don't happen overnight with the state, so. Anyway, other than that, it's been picking up, been pretty busy, so. Get ready for summer, it's gonna be good times.
Have your part-timer started?
Evan worked, I think, a week ago Saturday, I think, so did real good and didn't have any issues. He come in one day, went through some stuff and, he catches on fast and obviously we work in the same system, so it works out really well. It's a good pickup because he doesn't need a lot. Training wise, he does, it's a good pickup. So yeah, he worked, did really well and, the other one just gonna be more special events. So probably won't do any shift stuff, so.
And they're both Meeker County deputies?
No, the one's out of Clara City, it's a female. She's actually Clara City chief and she'll just work special details, and then the other one's one of the Meeker County deputies, so. Yeah, and we still got Pete and Brian, so, and then, other than that, everything's going good.
Is that it, Ernie?
All I got.
All right. Anybody got anything for Ernie? All right, then we'll go on to, how many checks do I gotta write out, Zach?
Yeah.
I flustered him.
I got a little printout there for you on ditches, or on that ditch area that's gonna be cleaned. So if you guys get some calls on that, we'll just looking for a temporary easement on the red route there.
When do you plan on doing that?
Oh, we just got the temporary easements back from the attorney today, so I'll be trying to get as many out as I can here tomorrow and get to it as soon as we can before the spring thaw comes and we can't clean it, so. Yeah, we got that and, the sewer ponds are looking well. I remember Jim saying sometimes they had to cross their fingers to hope spring came soon enough, but this year we're looking pretty good, so. Yeah. Other than that, it's finally warming up, so it's getting nice.
All right, anything else?
That's it.
Anybody got anything for Zach? No? All right. And on to other council. Anything to share? Okay, then moving on to upcoming meetings. If you guys notice, I do not plan on having a workshop this month. I think it's a quiet enough month, we can take a month off from workshops. And then our next meeting will be April 7th at 7 o'clock. Actually, it'll be a board review at 7, so that'll be our yearly board review, and then council will pick up at 7:30 right after.
It really is, we have Stearns first,
Meeker.
Meeker County, so it could be 8 o'clock before
Oh, yeah, that's right.
council, because there's two board of reviews. And it's the night of the audit presentation too, so.
You guys like to pack it all in, don't you?
Yeah, they usually come the same night. Yeah, so, oh, that reminds me, Cindy, you have the link to the border review training by chance you could send out? Cause I think I'm due,
Okay. Everybody else should be.
yeah.
fine.
I think I'm the only one that needs to redo it, if I remember right.
I will send that.
Okay.
Yeah. I have next week off, just FYI, I talked to Mayor about it, taking a week off, but I'm home, I'm painting, so I'm here. You can call me or email me, whatever, so I'll check for email. With 3 easements going, I will check for email or take calls to help Sarah field the phone calls, so.
All right. Sounds good. All right, with that, nothing, if there is nothing else, we will go ahead and I will adjourn tonight's meeting.